I'ma post like a sinner. Diamond chains and a mink in the wind. All these...
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Broncos coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
There's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they meant it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 13 yards out. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That's a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
There they are. Oh no, that might be Dad. Is that Dad? Okay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Gets this one to Juszczyk.
4 minutes ago.
Yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
2nd and 11. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got Ayuk once again. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series you have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. There he goes, left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And now 3rd and goal.
Did you say you're going to do that when you wake up?
2nd down.
Didn't you just say you're going to do that when you woke up? Oh.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
How good was your
How about
sub?
the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting
Looks
down
like Mom's
in
never
bounds?
buying
That's
you a
what they're
sub
trying to
again.
look at
Keep
to
saying
see if the
that.
ball comes together.
That Mom's not buying you a sub ever again.
The reason is because if I had a microwave, it would have been amazing.
Then why don't you keep it?
So they had it right. Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception.
Are you there?
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter.
Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Defense.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. It's still a completed pass.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he stays up, fighting through it. He's got space. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Out quickly to Judy. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind him, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down to the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Back to throw. Staying on his feet. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Check it out. Check it out. Let's do this thing.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. Connects with Kittle underneath. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back. And even then, they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
They run it again with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up the 3rd and 1.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll set up to throw. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Lutz on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down three, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick one-pointers instead of three-pointers.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, able to avoid him. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now back to throw.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
And the 49ers first down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
2nd and 13. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here's 3rd and 9.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Juwan Jennings.
60 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 13.
So here's Moody back out there now to sim this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. The 20. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a home. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Touchdown! Juwan Jennings with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will cut the lead down to 15. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Now
was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Christian McCaffrey shifts by him and finally taken down at the 34. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 13 yards out. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise. Methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
10 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. A give to Williams, running right. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Second and 9 now. Over the middle, it's complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A give running left. It's McCaffrey. Muscles him off. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They juked him. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down and inches. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Able to avoid him at the 40. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On play action, they'll throw.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example. One side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Pass on 2nd down. Incomplete. Intended for Chris Manhurst. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Back to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead give up the middle to Williams.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. They'll get 8 yards on the run, and that is going to close out this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver.
Second and a couple.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to have a Niners first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Second and 4. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
DJ Jones.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Denver's offense now set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 49-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Back to throw again. That is caught, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Nick Bosa on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49ers' 30-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Williams running left. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Open man left side. It's a tight end man Hurts.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown Broncos. Adam Troutman, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
This ball is caught. He's got Debo.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game,
They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And
touchdown 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are pouring it on.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
33.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll look to throw.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.